Hey everyone, it's Michaela Clark here with Brave Fitness, and welcome to day one of our clean eating challenge and our fitness challenge. This is actually going to be our clean eating video. Today I wanted to start off with the 10 principles of clean eating. I'll post a document in the files tab with all the different principles listed so you can review them. But one of these reasons I'm sharing these principles with you is so you can see why that they're so important. Sometimes we do things in life and we really don't know the reason behind we're doing something, right? Like we just hear it's good for you, so you do it. But you really should be a little more educated. So this will be good information to apply now and then after our 10-day journey. So principle number 1, eat more. And I know that sounds like freaking crazy, right? Eat more when you're trying to lose. Okay, you need to eat 5 to 6 meals a day. So that means you're going to be eating about every 3 hours. And the reason you do that is to raise your metabolism, and it keeps your energy level up and your body is able to function better so you don't have that crash. Like, I am a person that if I don't eat consistently like that, I get super grumpy. Like, I crash and my body doesn't feel hungry, but I'm on pins and needles and I am just grumpy. So be eating. It helps with weight loss. If you're trying to lose weight, it's going to get your metabolism higher, okay? Number 2, eat your breakfast, okay? At least within an hour of getting out of bed. And I am terrible with breakfast. I hate breakfast, okay? I've always struggled with eating breakfast. I can remember my mom and I arguing in high school because I didn't want to eat breakfast. And it just isn't my favorite meal of the day. Like, it's really not. But I can remember my mom like chasing me out of the house with like food in her arms trying to get me to eat something, okay? But I do know breakfast is really important for your body to have, okay? One of the things that I do is Shakeology. It really helps me because it's kind of like a protein shake that I used to drink before, and so I can just down it really quick. I don't have to sit down. It doesn't have to be hot. Like, I can just drink it, and when I'm a mom of 2, I gotta have something quick, okay? Another good thing to have is muffins. I have this oatmeal muffin recipe that I've tried that's super awesome and super good for you. And then I usually have eggs because they're jam-packed with protein, which is something good for you to have. So eat your breakfast every day. It's super important. It helps get your metabolism going, and it starts your meals off right for the day. If you eat a good breakfast, you're probably going to have a good lunch, and you're just going to keep on track, okay? Number 3, eating a combo of lean protein and complex carbs at each meal. So an example of lean protein is like nuts, okay? So almonds. And then your complex carb would be an apple. So one of my favorite snacks is apples and peanut butter. I like PB2. And really, it's one of my favorite. Like, always has been one of my favorite snacks. Other lean proteins would be egg whites, hummus. I don't like hummus, but if you like hummus, eat hummus. Protein powder, shrimp, turkey, pork. Those are all lean proteins. And your complex carbs would be potatoes, sweet potatoes, beans, carrots, bananas, oats. And all of these will be listed in the files tab. They can also be found in our nutrition plan. But eat these at every meal. These help with your metabolism. They keep you feel fuller longer, and they make sure you're getting the fats, carbs. Make sure you're getting the fats, carbs, and amounts of protein you need for the day, okay? Super important. Number 4, you need to eat 2 to 3 servings of healthy fats. And I know fats is a scary word, right? You hear fat and you're like, no. You need fat in your body. So that would be flaxseed, nut butters, hummus, avocados, olive oil, coconut oil. I love coconut oil. I have a killer granola recipe that uses coconut oil. I use it in place of regular oil if I'm like cooking chicken or something like that. It's just really a good product. So if you haven't tried coconut oil, give it a try. Those are good sources of healthy fats, and make sure you have them every single day. You need fat. Like, program that into your mind. Your body needs fat, so eat it. As long as it's a healthy fat, not a trans fat, okay? Number 5, you need to drink 2 to 3 liters of water each day. I've also heard a good way to figure out how much water your body needs is you take your weight, divide it in half, and it'll give you an amount of water you should drink in ounces. So you'll need to figure how much that is, and then you need to get a container, okay? Know how many times a day you need to fill that up to get the intake that you need. Depending on how active you are and where you live, you may need to increase that amount. So it's important to help our bodies function. It gives us energy, it keeps us regular, and it's just super, super important. It is seriously the best appetite suppressor. If you're feeling hungry, that may be your body's way of telling you, hey, I'm thirsty. So if you are dehydrated, it can manifest itself as hunger. So make sure you're getting enough water. Drink it before your meals, and that will suppress your appetite and help you make smarter choices. So drink your water. 6, carry a cooler packed with clean foods daily. I don't really leave my house a whole lot, but I've started getting Ziplocs and putting different snacks in the fridge that are just ready to go. Meal prepping. But for those of you who aren't home all day, it's a good habit to get into. So find a cooler that's functional for you and your needs. You can get really cute ones at Walmart. I've seen them online. Like, get something you're going to use, okay? The concept has to do with food prep. So if you're able to have all the foods that you know are good for you, then you can prep them ahead of time in Ziplocs or whatever you want, and then they're ready to go when you're hungry. So you can just grab it out of your cooler and you're good to go. It's accessible, and you're less likely to run to a vending machine and buy chips, or, you know, if there's nothing in your fridge that's healthy, you're gonna go run to your cupboard and grab something that isn't probably good for you. So pack your cooler, and it'll be a great saver on you gaining those pounds. If you know what you're snacking on out of your cooler, you'll know what you're putting in your body, which is super, super important. Number 7, depend on fruits and veggies for fiber, vitamins, nutrients, and enzymes. So use your fresh fruits and veggies as a main source of your daily energy and intake. Okay, I'm terrible with this. I don't really have a grocery store in the town that I live in. And most, not that it's far away, but most of the places I go, their produce sections aren't necessarily the best. But I've seen some great tips on this. Figure out how to store those fruits and veggies. Make it a priority to have them on hand and store them so that they don't go to waste. If you're eating 5 to 6 meals a day, you should be able to eat up your produce you've purchased. So make them a part of your snack. When you have a sweet tooth, grab a banana, grapes, or berries, and those will help with those cravings. So figure out what works best for you. Number 8, adhere to portion sizes. Portion size is super important. Don't necessarily worry about your portions when it comes to fruit and veggies and lean proteins, but when you're going to events like a family party, know what you need to focus on and what choices you're going to make. So watch your plate and know what clean foods are and what they're not. So your protein should be the size of your fist, and try to fill up half your plate with veggies, then put on your meat, and then you won't have a whole lot of room on your plate. Plan your plate to make the majority of the plate a clean plate. Desserts are hard, right? Especially when you're going for a family dinner and you know that grandma has made her famous pie, right? Like, you don't have to miss out on that. I'm a person that believes in enjoying the little things. So control yourself and have a plan. Instead of having 4 desserts, pick 1 and have it in place before you get there. It's okay that you're eating it, just don't overindulge. Number 9, avoid supersizing your meals, okay? This goes along with portion control. Wherever you are, make sure you get a regular size meal. Don't overindulge. Avoid all calorie-dense food that have no nutritional value. You need to focus on nutritionally dense foods. So you don't want a 2,000 calorie cheeseburger that has seriously nothing good in it for you when you can have a handful of grapes that are 60 calories that are super good for you. Remember, nutrient dense, not calorie dense. So make sure you're focused on that. And last but not least, eat foods that haven't been chemically processed, over-processed, preserved, saturated, and in trans fats. Toxins and artificial sugars. So be aware of these. Look at your labels. Do your research. Get on your phone. If you don't know what something is on the label, Google it. And you can find side effects. And seriously, there are some things out there that are pretty scary. So be aware of these and look at your labels. Less ingredients is more. So those are your 10 clean eating diet principles. Comment below, message me if you have any questions. Today, your assignment is to fill out your meal plan and share it with us and what you've eaten for the day. Have a great day.